everyone. It's time again to recap the latest news from the solar PV industry compiled by the American Solar Energy Society. I'm Jay Warmke with SolarPVTraining.com, and this is what's happening in the wonderful world of solar for the week of April 26th. As a sign of how the grid is changing, Octopus Energy USA has introduced Power Store, a new battery-powered retail electricity plan in the Texas market that allows homeowners to get a 30 kilowatt-hour battery system installed on their home under a 36-month fixed-rate subscription plan. The plan, which requires no down payment, offers low-cost electricity at 8 cents per kilowatt-hour. That will be in addition to distribution charges from the local utility, which generally run 5 to 6 cents per kilowatt hour, along with a $45 per month subscription charge for the battery system. This program is similar to other battery-based retail energy plans currently available in the Texas market, such as those offered by Base Power and SolRite. These plans offer low-cost batteries to homeowners, which are then combined and managed as a virtual power plant by the installation firms. The company acts as a retail provider of power to the grid, charging the batteries when power is cheap and then selling it back to the ERCOT market at a significant profit when there is higher energy demand. In this way, the installing company gets access to the grid at the homeowner's location, creating a large distributed energy system without having to purchase land or negotiate interconnection agreements with the regulators. The homeowner gets a battery backup system for their home at a fraction of the cost that they would have to pay if they had purchased and installed the system themselves. While it's currently limited to the Texas market, these companies do plan to expand these offerings nationwide. The average North American solar power purchase agreement rose 4.7% during the first quarter of 2026, and wind prices rose nearly 8%, according to the latest data from Energy Marketplace at Level 10 Energy. Now, a PPA, or a power purchase agreement, can be thought of as the wholesale price that utilities or companies pay to developers for power. The current price escalation appears to be primarily driven by rapidly increasing demand for electricity generation. Power purchase agreement prices have reached the highest rates reported since 2018, and these price increases do not factor in the impacts of the war in Iran and the impending expiration of federal incentives for new wind and solar generation, which have yet to play a major role in PPA pricing. Experts predict that the loss of incentives, as well as the fossil fuel disruptions from the Middle East, will force electricity prices even higher. And according to new research that examines how regulators in 19 states handle wind and solar project applications, Ohio has the most projects rejected by any state regulators. The research journal Frontiers in Sustainable Energy Policy noted that the Ohio Power Siting Board has rejected 7 major projects, and another 5 were withdrawn by the developers when opposition rose up. The research covered 460 U.S. projects spanning applications filed from 2018 to 2024 for solar and 2015 to 2021 for wind. Prior to 2021, the Ohio Power Siting Board had approved every wind and solar project that came before it, but a law passed in that year, Senate Bill 52, significantly changed the way that they handled the approval process. The law allowed local officials, such as township trustees, to designate parts of their jurisdictions as off-limits to utility-scale renewable projects. Since that time, the Ohio Power Siting Board has routinely rejected proposed projects if significant local opposition was raised to these projects. This has been the case even when local reporting found that the supposed opposition was manufactured by fossil fuel interest groups, and those submitting comments were found either not to exist or did not live in the region affected by the development. In 2025, solar and wind dominated global energy growth, delivering around 6 times more new capacity than all other power sources combined and supplying nearly all new electricity generation worldwide. Global electricity generation from renewables edged past coal in 2025, according to a new analysis by Ember, a clean energy think tank. Globally, renewables now account for nearly 34% of all electricity generation, followed closely by coal at 33%. Natural gas accounts for 24.4%, with power from nuclear energy a distant fourth at 8.9%. According to the report, solar generation is growing at a rate about 18 times faster than natural gas. For the first time since records have been kept, power generation from fossil fuels actually declined in 2025. And that's the news from the solar industry for this week. We'll see you next week.